What about Mr. Downtown Ray Melo? You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Orlando for Monday, September 16th, 2024, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Answer Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app. Search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Everyone had a fantastic weekend. Former Schitt's Creek co-stars and real-life father and son Eugene and Dan Levy kicked off the Emmy Awards ceremony in Los Angeles Sunday night, flawlessly finishing each other's sentences and setting each other up for hilarious punchlines. They joked about how they are not comedians, but rather actors playing hosts, pleaded with nominees to keep their speeches short because, as Canadians, they were loath to interrupt. The Levys also mentioned this is the first time they are working together since Schitt's Creek went off the air in 2020, quipping that efforts to get writer-producer Ryan Murphy to cast them as the Menendez brothers in a Netflix drama didn't ultimately pan out. Winners include the Bear co-stars Jeremy Allen White, Liza Colon-Zayas, and Ebon Moss-Baccarat, who earned the honors for Best Actor, Best Supporting Actress, and Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy. The show also earned the accolade for Best Direction of a Comedy. Jane Smart scored the Best Actress in a Comedy for Hacks, which also won the Emmy for Best Writing for a Comedy. Huyuruki Sanada and Anna Zawa won the Best Actor and Actress Emmys for Shogun, which was also deemed Best Drama. The series earned a total of 18 Emmy Awards, including prizes presented at last week's Creative Emmy Awards. Billy Crudup scored the Best Supporting Actor in a Drama trophy for his work in The Morning Show, and Elizabeth Debicki won the Best Supporting Actress in a Drama prize for The Crown. The Traders, hosted by Alan Cumming, was named Best Reality Competition Show, while the Best Scripted Variety Series Award went to Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. The Daily Show won the award for Best Talk Show. Jodie Foster picked up the award for Best Actress in a Limited and Anthology Series or TV Movie for True Detective Night Country. Richard Gadd and Jessica Gunning from Baby Reindeer won the statuettes for Best Actor and Supporting Actress in a Limited or Anthology Series or TV Movie. The drama also won for Best Limited Anthology Series and Best Writing in a Limited or Anthology Series or TV Movie. Lamorne Morris was selected Best Supporting Actors in a Limited or an Anthology Series or TV Movie for Fargo. The Emmy Awards celebrate excellence in television. The gala was broadcast on ABC and will be available on Hulu Monday. And a related story, Reservation Dogs Emmy nominee DeFaro Woon Atai made a bold statement by wearing a red painted over his mouth at the Emmy Awards ceremony Sunday night. The mark on the 22-year-old actor's face was intended to raise awareness for missing and murdered Indigenous women. He told GoldDerby.com on the Emmys red carpet, "We just find that there's a really big epidemic in the United States and Canada where our sisters, our relatives, our two-spirited relatives are going missing at an alarming rate, and a lot of people are doing nothing about it. This is what the red palm print represents, shutting a woman up, and the red represents violence and death." Wan Tae also wore a black tuxedo for the event, played native teen Bear for 3 seasons on the FX comedy created by Sterling Harjo and Tika Waititi. Wune Tai was the first Indigenous actor to be nominated for Best Actor in a Comedy. He lost out to Jeremy Allen White for The Bear. The directors of Mike Mignola Drawing Monsters on Video on Demand Tuesday said Hellboy creator Mignola and director Guillermo del Toro reunited after doing separate interviews for the film. Del Toro directed the first 2 Hellboy movies, but the two had not spoken since a creative disagreement regarding Hellboy 2, The Golden Army, which they discussed in the documentary. Kevin Conrad Hannah told UPI in a recent Zoom interview, "Soon after we interviewed them, they went out for drinks. I was like, oh, cool, we opened those doors a little bit." In Drawing Monsters, Mignola described original plans for the sequel to follow one of his comic books closely. Del Toro dedicated to creating an army of gold of his design and not use Mignola's idea for Hellboy 2. But both Mignola and Del Toro acknowledge creative disagreements are going to happen between artists. Hannah said, brothers' fight is essentially what they both wanted. 2. Hannah also wanted to correct the record for anyone who thinks that this agreement was the reason Del Toro never made a third Hellboy with Ron Perlman. While he cannot speak to the details, Hannah said that he knows the decision lies entirely with Hollywood studios. Hannah said, neither of those guys have the power to pull the trigger on those things. When Del Toro wants to do a Hellboy 3 and it's a Marvel-level blockbuster with everything that he wants, the market isn't necessarily there for that. Hannah and co-director Jim Demanakis met with Hannah when he was a vendor at Demanakis' Emerald City Comic-Con. Emerald City is also where Demanakis met Mignola, who attended many conventions as a guest. To approach Mignola to participate in their documentary, Demanakis and Hannah created a trailer for the approach they would take. The filmmaker said it appealed to Mike that they showed there was more to him than Hellboy films, and they would focus on his comic books and art. Demanakis said, if you actually don't know anything about Mike or Hellboy, you can still enjoy the film from the content of what it's like to be creative. I think there's a little bit of meditation on inspiration and creativity. Production has started on Bridgerton Season 4. Netflix shared the news Monday alongside a photo of Yerin Ha and Luke Thompson on set. Bridgerton is a period drama based on the Julia Quinn book series. The show follows the Bridgertons, a family of 8 siblings living in Regency-era London. Ha and Thompson will play love interest Sophie Bay, a.k.a. the Lady in Silver, and Benedict Bridgerton, respectively, in the upcoming season. Thompson told Netflix's Tadam, what's striking about Season 4 is that it's a struggle between a proper old-school fairy tale, the romance of it, and the actual reality of the world, and both are true. You have to hold both of them, the romance and the reality, in your hands. In the best version, true love happens in the middle of that. The actor also teased unexpected twists in Season 4. He added, a big one I'm sure I can mention is this one masquerade ball, referencing to the event where Benedict first catches a glimpse of Sophie. Bridgerton also stars Aduja Andoa, Jonathan Bailey, Nicola Coughlan, Claudia Jesse, Luke Newton, Simone Ashley, and Golda Rohrsfeld. Other new cast members include Kelly Young as Lady Armanita Gunn, Michelle Mao as Rosamund Lee, and Isabel Wei as Posley Lee. Ha was announced as the Lady in Silver last week. Netflix has yet to share a release date for Season 4. Season 3 focused on Colin Bridgerton, played by Newton, and Penelope Featherington, played by Coughlan, and was split into 2 parts, which premiered in May and June. Castlevania Nocturne will return for her second season in January. Netflix shared a January 2025 release date for Season 2 on Monday, alongside a dramatic teaser set to the sound of a heart beating increasingly fast. Castlevania Nocturne is an animated dark fantasy series that is a sequel to Netflix's 2017 to 2021 show Castlevania. Both series are based on the Castlevania video game franchise. In Nocturne, Alucard, voiced by James Callis, joins Richter Belmont, played by Edward Blumenau, and his band of vampire hunters in a desperate race against time. The official synopsis reads, Elizabeth Bathory, played by Franca Ponthier, the vampire messiah, who already seems invisible, seeks the full power of the goddess Sekhmet so she can plunge the world into endless darkness and terror. The voice cast also includes Pixie Davies as Maria, Thuso Mabedu as Annette, Sidney James Harcourt as Edward, Natasha Kinski as Tira, and Zahn McLaren as Olrox. Castlevania Nocturne is created and written by Clive Bradley, who serves as a showrunner with Kevin Cold. Project 51 Productions and Powerhouse Animation produced for Netflix with Sam Dietz and Adam Dietz as director. Cold told Netflix Tadam that Season 2 will feature the biggest, craziest Castlevania fight scene ever. Lily Collins will have to extend her Roman holiday because Emily in Paris is coming back for Season 5. The show, which follows Emily Cooper, played by Collins, on her work and romance mishaps in Paris, and most recently Rome, has been a hit on Netflix. When Season 4 Part 1 dropped in August, it secured nearly 20 million views within a week. Darren Star, the show's creator, told Netflix, "We're thrilled with the incredible response to this season of Emily in Paris and excited to return for a fifth and continued Emily's adventures in Rome and Paris." Season 4 oscillates between Paris and Rome. Emily ultimately moves to the Eternal City for work and entertains a new love interest, Marcello, played by Eugenio Franceschini, while Gabriel, played by Lucas Bravo, realizes he isn't ready to let go of their relationship. Star says Emily's going to have a presence in Rome. It doesn't mean she's not going to be in Paris, but she's going to have a presence in Rome. He added, "I feel like Emily and Marcello, have a real spark and real connection and a real romantic connection. A lot of that's going to continue to play out next season." Emily in Paris director Andrew Fleming said that the show's new direction was, quote, "a breath of fresh air, not just for Emily, but for the team as well." He told Entertainment Weekly, "I think it's at its core, the DNA of the show is this idea, and it's fantasy, but it also is just a kind of human hope, which is that I can always pick up and go to a new place and start a job and have a new life." Season 4 is now on Netflix. Mia Farrow is temporarily out of the Broadway play The Roommate while the 79-year-old actress recovers from COVID. Saturday's matinee and evening performances were canceled, but the show's associate director took over Farrow's role on Sunday. Mason wrote on Instagram, "What an amazing day. It was good. It was so good to be back on Broadway again. Thank you to the wonderful audience who welcomed me and to the incredible Patti LuPone, who constantly amazes me and supports me on stage. Truly was a joy playing opposite her, and at Real Mia Farrow, get better fast." The show opened on Thursday. No performances are scheduled for Monday, and it isn't clear who will be on stage Tuesday evening. Farrow is best known for her roles in the films Rosemary Baby, The Great Gatsby, Death on the Nile, and Hannah and Her Sisters. Vocalist Perry Farrell threw a punch at guitarist Dave Navarro, ending their alt-rock band Jane's Addiction concert in Boston Friday night. TMZ, Variety, and Rolling Stone reported the on-stage scuffle in which Farrell hit Navarro's guitar during his solo playing the 11th song of the night, Ocean Size. Bassist Eric Avery and several road crew members dragged Farrell away from Navarro, according to videos posted on social media by concert attendees. After Farrell was gone, Navarro and the remaining members of the band stepped to the front of the stage, hugged each other, and threw peace signs with their fingers. The group was founded in 1985, but has broken up and reunited several times since then. They kicked off their first tour in 14 years in July. It is unclear whether the show will go on following the altercation between Farrell and Navarro. Eddie Lou Farrell posted on Instagram about her husband. Perry's frustration had been mounting night after night. He felt that the stage volume had been extremely loud and his voice was being drowned out by the band. She said her husband had been suffering from tinnitus and a sore throat. Former President Donald Trump's campaign is now selling T-shirts that appear to be inspired by Taylor Swift's Eras tour. A post on the official X account for the Trump campaign, which was published earlier in the week, says, "Calling all Swifties for Trump." The post goes on to urge supporters to get your Trump-era shirts today. The shirt is embezzled with a primary showing Trump holding his fist up high, with the background grid 12 other photos depicting the former president's face. At least one of the photos is a mugshot of Trump from 2023, where he was booked at the Fulton County Jail in Georgia on charges related to election interference. The minimum donation to acquire a shirt appears to be $45, according to official sales page. Swift this week publicly endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris's 2024 presidential campaign. The pop star made her declaration following the first debate between Trump and Harris. The shirts have elicited scorn for some Swift fans, with several posting online that Trump is in his cease and desist era. Trump has previously taken criticism after posting fake images of Swift purporting to endorse him. The images were generated using AI. Swift, as of Saturday, has not commented publicly on the Trump shirts. Tito Jackson, the original member of the Jackson 5 and older brother of the late pop music icon Michael Jackson, has died. His children said on social media late Sunday he was 70 years old. His sons Taj, Terrell, and TJ said in a post published on Instagram, "It is with heavy hearts we announce that our beloved father, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Tito Jackson, is no longer with us. We are shocked, saddened, and heartbroken. Our father was an incredible man who cared about everyone and their well-being. The cause of death was a heart attack." Tito Jackson was born on October 15, 1953, to Joe and Catherine Jackson, whose musical family has gone on to take prominent space in the annals of American music history. With two of his brothers, Tito formed the Jacksons in 1962, which was expanded into the Jackson 5 in 1966. The band fast became a household name, with their first 4 singles reaching #1 on the charts, according to the Rolling Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, a storied institute that inducted the Jackson 5 in 1997. The members of the Jackson 5 would later verge into solo careers, with younger brother Michael Jackson becoming a music icon who was dubbed the King of Pop. Their sister Janet was also inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2019. Tito, however, would release his first solo album, Tito Time, in 2016, with his second album, Under Your Spell, coming out in 2021. His brother Michael died at the age of 50 in June of 2009. Days before his own death, Tito said that he and 2 of their brothers, Jackie and Marlon, visited a memorial dedicated to Michael in Munich, Germany, where they were set to perform. Tito wrote on Instagram, "We're deeply grateful for this special place that honors not only his memory, but also our shared legacy. Thank you for keeping his spirit alive." Jackson was 70. Pop star Sabrina Carpenter's Short and Sweet is the #1 album in the United States for a second weekend. Coming in #2 on the Billboard 200 charts dated Saturday is Post Malone's F1 Trillion, followed by Chappelle Roan's The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess, Maureen Wild's One Thing at a Time in #4, and Taylor Swift's Tortured Poets Department in #5. Running up the top tier are Billie Eilish's Hit Me Hard and Soft at #6, Les Sephirim's Crazy at #7, Zach Bryan's Great American Bar Scene at #8, Noah Kahan's Stick Season at #9, and Destroy Lonely's Love Lasts Forever at #10. And finally, Beetlejuice is the #1 movie in North America for a second weekend, earning an additional $51.6 million in receipts. BoxOfficeMojo.com announced on Sunday. Coming in #2 is Speak No Evil with $11.5 million, followed by Deadpool and Wolverine at #3 with $5.2 million. Am I a Racist at #4 with $4.8 million, and Reagan at #5 with $3 million. Running up the top tier are The Killer's Game at #6 with $2.6 million. Alien Romulus at #7 with $2.4 million. It Ends With Us at #8 with $2.03 million. The Forge at #9 with $2.01 million. And God's Not Dead, In God We Trust at #10 with $1.5 million. And that is the Entertainment Report for Monday, September 16th, 2024. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app. Search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.